Hey, thanks for watching again. Appreciate you stopping by. As you can see from the thumbnail, I'm going to be comparing two fragrances. One of them is the Mandarina Duck Pure Black. All right, that guy right there. And the other one is the well-known Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. So there is a Mandarina Duck Black Extreme that is no longer available. I've had this bottle for about 4 years, I think, already. And that extreme one was supposed to be the one that was supposed to smell most similar to the Eau Extreme. However, I still think that they smell very similar. So if that's you, if you're looking for the Black Extreme, I never got my nose on it. Don't know what it smells like, but this one does the job very well, in my opinion. So spoiler alert, there's some similarities. Now, the difference is going to come down to quality. Obviously, Chanel is going to be way more expensive than the Mandarina Duck Pure Black. And we're talking like 5 to 6 times, depending on where you get it, more expensive than the other, okay? So I want to give you a little bit of a breakdown of them. You're going to see probably the notes flash up either somewhere on the screen, provided by Fragrantica. So they're always a great resource. Mandarina Duck Pure Black was released in 2009. It was the perfumer was Natalie Lorson, and the note breakdown, right, is going to be top notes of tangerine, pepper, and bergamot, mid of tonka bean, tiare flower, African orange flower, and a base of vanilla, sandalwood, and Virginia cedar. Okay, so to my nose, it's definitely going to be that tonka vanilla bean heavy with a little bit of that tangerine. Okay, so it doesn't quite give a creamsicle, right, or a dreamsicle vibe, but it's almost there. It is very creamy vanilla, and it does smell more synthetic and cheaper than the Chanel. Let's be real, right? This is $22. Come on, what are you expecting? But for $22, this fragrance is insane. And I'll say it again, it's insane. I was blown away at how similar it was to the Chanel. For 22 bucks, y'all, $22. My wife loves it. I get compliments. As far as the longevity goes, 5-6 hours, maybe a little bit more depending on how much you spray. But it does dry down to that vanilla tonka bean sweetness. Very linear, doesn't develop, doesn't really change on skin. What you see is what you get. When you spray it, that's what it's going to smell like pretty much the entire fragrance. At the very, very end, like we're talking 8-10 hours, you might get some of that cedar, that base. But, you know, it's vanilla, tonka, little bit of tangerine on the undernote, on like underneath it all. And it sounds weird because it's supposed to be a top note, but I don't know, it's there. So that's my take on the Mandarina Duck Pure Black. Now, as far as Chanel's concerned, right, this is easy 120, 130 bucks on, and then Chanel doesn't really go on discounters, and it's even in the fragrance groups, you're going to see it kind of hold its value, maybe 80 bucks to 100. If you find a really good deal, 80 bucks, but usually it's kind of in that $90 to $100 price range regardless. As far as the history on this one, it was released in 2012. Okay, so that's kind of crazy, right? The Mandarina Duck Black Pure, or Pure Black, was released 2009. This guy was 2012, and of course the nose behind it was Jacques Polge. who pretty much does all. I believe that it's the in-house. I should know this, right? In-house perfumer for Chanel. Um, as far as the scent goes, way richer. You do get that Chanel, a little that Chanel signature DNA. If you know what that smells like, then you're gonna smell it. You'll get wafts of that. But the composition of everything is just the next level. Here's the thing. If you're paying 5 to 6 times the cost of a fragrance that you can get something similar, I think that there's a little bit of a mismatch here. Okay, even yeah. Despite it being Chanel, I get it. Chanel holds its value. That's great for them, but this is this is a classic. Okay, so I think it's worth having just because of that, just because it is what it is in the fragrance community. But if you're not into fragrances and you don't really care about the kind of a staple of the fragrance community as a nostalgic thing, it is for me, then don't just go smell it, right? And check it out. Get a decant and compare it for yourself because you're gonna spray them and you're gonna be like, wow, okay, like there's really not that much difference. This is a beautiful scent though. Okay, it gets just as many compliments as Mandarina Duck Black, pure black, but this one you can just smell the quality from it compared to that. Okay, now that being said, this is not niche, right? This is not a niche fragrance, so it does smell kind of common, more or less. But man, it smells great. Performance, it's hit or miss with some people. For me, I've never really had an issue with this. This is always given me a solid 6 hours. To me, anything over 5 hours is great. I can't really complain. I live in a hot climate, so things burn off of me quickly, anyways. And you can always put a little bit of unscented lotion, fragrance-free lotion, and it's going to extend the life of your fragrance anyway. So that's my 2 cents comparing these two. And tell me what you think. All right, y'all. Tell me I'm crazy. Is my nose broken? Have you smelled these? Thoughts, opinions, likes, dislikes, comments, always welcome. Subscribers, always welcome. I love every one of you that decides to comment and give me some encouragement, and it keeps me going. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.